Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how I took this traditional farmhouse entryway table and give it an updated, modern, coastal farmhouse look. My brother and sister-in-law have been updating their home decor to be suited towards a coastal farmhouse vibe. And they asked me if I could help them refinishing some of their furniture. You guys may recall a video of some chairs I refinished for them. If you don't remember or haven't seen that transformation, I'll make sure to add a link of the video at the end. Now, for this particular piece, they actually purchased it through Facebook Marketplace. They love the rustic style it had and the fact that it was made out of solid wood, but it didn't fit that coastal look they were looking for. It had this dark, maybe walnut type stain to it, and it wasn't sealed. It was also pretty lopsided and wobbly, so I came to the rescue. To start the piece off, I cleaned it with some soap and water, then started sanding it with an 80 grit sandpaper. To make the process easier on myself, I removed this X feature on the side. This allowed me to ensure those hard to reach areas where the joints connect were correctly sanded. By the way, this brilliant idea of mine to remove the X features was not as easy as I thought it would be. I ended up asking my brother to help me remove these nails that were holding on the X feature together because they were really in there. It looked almost like a nail gun was used to secure these, so geez, rough. Anyways, back to the entryway table. Once I completely sanded everything down, this is what it looked like. You might be wondering why there's some random weights at the bottom. They were actually applying some pressure to fix a crack within the wood. As you guys can see, just by sanding them down, their natural wood just made a huge difference on their look. I do want to show you guys a little something. Whenever you're curious what the natural wood color would look like if you just sealed it, simply use a little bit of water with a wet rag, rub it on the wood, and voila! This is what it would look like if it was sealed and you just left the natural wood. Even though this was really pretty, it wasn't the coastal look that we were going for. This particular wood was very porous, and I didn't want to damage it too much by using water to clean it, so I decided to use Clean Strip Mineral Spirit to clean off and remove any dust residue from sanding. I also applied a layer of Varathane Pre-Stain Wood Conditioner. This is meant to help the staining process. It'll prevent streaks and or blotches throughout the entire piece. After the wood conditioner dried, I was ready to stain. Now, I didn't actually use a stain for this piece. I applied a white wash to it. I mixed BEHR Dynasty Frost Color in an eggshell finish with water at a 50-50 ratio. Using a clean brush, I applied a layer of the mixture going with the grain of the wood. Then with a paper towel, I wiped off the excess. Quick rule of thumb, anytime you're applying stain or you're sanding or you're Sealing a piece, particularly wood, always go with the grain. To seal the piece, I used varathane, polyurethane, triple thick, and a matte finish. I applied 3 layers of polyurethane, and in between each layer, I used a 400 grit sandpaper to remove any bumps or imperfections. The first layer of polyurethane, the bumps were a little bit more noticeable. My theory is that because the wood was so porous, applying the whitewash, then a water-based polyurethane, caused the wood to react with it. It's normal. It's water. Okay, here it is once it was completely sealed. It is starting to give that coastal farmhouse look for sure. So remember from the beginning the piece was lopsided and wobbly? I still needed to fix this. I took a trip to Home Depot and bought a set of furniture levelers. Now when I worked on this piece, it was my first time installing these. And at the end of the day, since this was meant for my brother, I decided to ask him for some help. Here are a few things that you'll need to install these: a measuring tape, a pencil, painter's tape, a drill, the drill bit, and a hammer. The first thing we did was found the middle of the leg and made sure to mark it with a pencil. The second step was to measure and mark the drill bit. In this case, we were going for 1.5 inches. The next thing we did, and when I say we, I mean my brother did, was drill the hole. Finally, we hammered the glide socket into the hole and screwed the thread glide into place. Okay guys, this is what we started with: a dark, traditional farmhouse entryway table. And after a little bit of sanding, staining, and sealing, we transformed this into a beautiful, modern, coastal farmhouse table. My brother and sister-in-law were super pleased with this, and I hope you love it as much as they did. One thing I completely forgot to show you guys was how we put the X feature back onto the table. This was a little bit challenging because, as I mentioned before, the original way it was placed onto the table was with a nail gun, and unfortunately, I don't own one. So, with a little bit of elbow grease, a hammer, and some nails, we put it back on. As per usual, I'll make sure to add a list of materials I used for this project in the description below. I'll also make sure to add a link of those coastal chairs I transformed for them as well. If you guys like this type of transformation and want to see some more projects that I've done, make sure to like and subscribe to my channel. Until next time, here at Angie's Crafts Furniture Renovation. Bye, guys.